Hello, this is Dipstick again with another game collection video. This time it's the PlayStation 3. Not as big as my PlayStation 2 collection, as you can see, but still a decent amount. A bunch of hidden gems and the typical mainstream stuff. And yeah, let's get started. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. This game came out when JRPGs weren't doing so well. There a lot of duds. But then this came out and it was really charming and magical. Made me feel like a kid again when I played it. Of course, had the Studio Ghibli art style. Artonaliko Koga, I guess. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that. Binary domain. (2014) World Cup. I'll always remember that game for the soundtrack, actually. Hyperdimension Neptunia. This game had an interesting concept. It's about the console wars, and the consoles are represented by like little girls. Like this, she's supposed to be PlayStation. And but you know, the game actually wasn't very good. It was really kind of what's the word? It just sucked. It did have a cool feature though, where you could take a picture from your hard drive and like turn it into an attack, which was really odd. I've never seen anything like that. The sequel was much better though, although they did remove that feature, which you know, kind of lame. Star Ocean: The Last Hope. This game is fun, but it has the worst cast of any JRPG ever made. They're all really irritating. You got Edge Maverick here, which, I mean, yeah, what kind of name is that? You also had Buzz Lightyear and generic cat girl, Limley, who was really creepy. Yeah. Actually, the worst character was the well, I think her name was Sarah. She had like angel wings. Oh god. Okay, let's move on. Lollipop Chainsaw. Oh, this case is really light actually, no manual I guess. This game was expensive when I bought it. I didn't buy it that long ago, but I'm wondering if the price has gone down since they re-released it. Final Fantasy 13. I liked 13. If I ranked the Final Fantasy games, it'd come somewhere in the middle. But yeah, the story was weak and it was linear, but I did love the battle system. I think the issue with the story, they used all these confusing terms like Lassie and Seath and Falsi, and the story was kind of weak even without those issues. But yeah, that didn't help. Final Fantasy 13 2. I think a lot of people prefer this game to the first one. I actually don't. I just think this is the weakest of the three. I just thought the main characters were just really boring. But it's not bad. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix. This is first game, Chain of Memories, and 358/2 days. Silly name. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. Focus please. What the heck? There we go. I think it was trying to censor the game. Fallout New Vegas. This is a great game, obviously. It was really buggy though on launch. Like you could play it for a few hours and then it would slow down to a crawl and you'd have to like reload. It was really irritating. Borderlands 2. Little Big Planet 2. SSX. I love the first three SSX games, but this one was kind of disappointing. I really wish they'd re-release the first three in HD actually. I Create. Exciting. Eternal Sonata. £33. It's a solid game where your attacks change depending if you're standing in the light or the dark. And the game was based on a real life composer. I forget his name, Chopin or something. Interesting concept. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. The best PS Stream game yet, apparently. Devil May Cry HD Collection. I'm a big DMC fan. Dark Souls 2. This is actually my favourite Dark Souls and a lot of people didn't like it. I really liked the diverse environments, even if they didn't make any logical sense. Like you'd go from like a volcano to like a snow area to like a castle to a beach, and yeah, it's all over the place. Skyrim. Surprisingly, this is the only Skyrim version of Skyrim I own. I did have it on VR, but I sold that with my VR because it made me want to throw up. Tales of Symphonia. Chronicles. I'm trying not to knock these piles over like I did in my last video. Agarest 2. Dragon Age 2. I like this game, not as good as Origins. I think they pretty much peaked at Origins, been downhill ever since. Virtua Fighter 5. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. This was the first game I owned on PS3 and it blew my mind. I was one of those lunatics who thought, why are they making a PlayStation 3? They'll never beat PlayStation 2 graphics. Some people used to think like that, if you can believe it. And then I saw this and I felt really, really dumb. Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13. I actually really liked this game. I thought the time limit aspect was interesting. BioShock. Valkyria Chronicles. £35 apparently. This is a great game. I love the Valkyria Chronicles series. XCOM Enemy Unknown. This is a really hard game, but I did manage to complete it. Persona 4 Arena. Resident Evil 5. Spent a lot of hours on that game. Tales of Xillia or Exilia 2. Not sure how it's pronounced. Yeah, this is the Day 1 edition. It's a good game. I like both the Xillia Exilia games. And the first one, also Day 1 edition. This was the first Tales of game I played actually. If you have a favourite Tales of game, let me know in the comments. I do like to reply to comments when I get them. Even if it's just to say first. Tekken Tag 2. This was the first Tekken I learned to play for real, you know, like competitive online. And yeah, I spent a lot of hours on this. Kind of underrated. It didn't sell too well, unfortunately. Deus Ex Human Revolution. WWE 2K14. I didn't even know I bought this. I know I bought 13. Yeah, I don't know. Sonic Generations, £40. Tales of Grace's F, which they recently re-released. Cross Edge. King of Fighters 13. I have the soundtrack for this. Dragon Age Inquisition. This was a great game, but I preferred 2 and obviously Origins. Turok. I didn't even know there was a Turok game until I bought this on the PS3. Tekken 6. I was really heavily into Street Fighter 4 when Tekken 6 came out, so I didn't play as much as I would have liked. Dragon Age Origins, my favourite Dragon Age game. Disgaea 3, Absence of Justice. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Obviously I put a lot of hours into that, who didn't? Fallout 3. And I put a lot of hours into this, and really looking forward to, apparently they're going to remake it or remaster it. I always like, this is like my favourite Fallout game. I just think it has the best atmosphere. There's just zero hope for the world, you know, it's just completely decimated. Resonance of Fate. This game has one of the flashiest battle systems of any RPG. And I would recommend it for that. Everything else is kind of mediocre. I do like the characters though. Call of Duty World at War. Yeah, this is when I was really into the COD series. Last one I bought was Black Ops 2, I think. The Last of Us. One of my favourite games of all time. Let's not talk about the sequel. Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix. Yeah, this is 2 Birth by Sleep and Recoded. Hyperdimension Neptunia MK2. Yeah, this is much better than the first game. It's not great, it's, you know, but it's decent. And lastly, Folklore. This is a hidden gem. You summon monsters to fight for you. RPG is pretty good. Only downside is that it's set in Ireland. I'm just kidding, I love the Irish. But that's it. If you have any like hidden gems to recommend for me for the PlayStation 3, then let me know. Next video, I am planning on doing some hidden gem style videos for all the consoles I've covered. But I might do a 360 collection soon. It's not huge though, so I'm a bit, I don't know, a bit weary. But if you liked the video, give it a like, comment and subscribe. Thanks.